13 years ago, in 2011, a video titled Ayn Rand Secret Socialist was published by The Majority Report, a leftist show hosted by Sam Seder that currently has over 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. In the video, Sam discusses the fact, or at least the alleged fact, that Ayn Rand participated in Social Security and Medicare. And it seems to be one of Sam's themes that Rand was hypocritical for doing so. Here's a clip of what Sam had to say back then.
It was revealed in the recent oral history of Ayn Rand by Scott McConnell, founder of the media department at Ayn Rand Institute, that Ava Pryor, in an interview with Ava Pryor, a social worker and consultant to Miss Rand's law firm of Ernst, Cain, Gitlin, and Vinnick, verified that on Miss Rand's behalf, she secured Rand's Social Security and Medicare payments. Is this the pinnacle of hypocrisy? Remember, this isn't just a case of what she thought government policy should be, and then it would be silly for not to her to avail herself of this policy that she was not able to change. This is her saying that individuals are blood-sucking leeches if they take this, that you are less of a human being, that social insurance from the state, taking it, is immoral because its benefits are stolen by parasites, being tax leviers and loafers from the hardworking and morally pure producers. Her philosophy of objectivism says that one is not permitted to do things for other people out of some sense of moral obligation.
I think it's a little generous to call that a philosophy.
Well, that's what it is. And at the same token, taking this stuff is also completely contrary to her objectivist philosophy, which simply goes to what I have been saying for a long time. And that is, it's very easy to call yourself a libertarian because you always get to draw the line wherever you want it. In Ayn Rand's case, Ayn Rand, or whatever she wants to call herself, she drew that line. You are a scumbag if you take government help unless it's Medicare and Social Security for me.
Sam gets Ayn Rand completely wrong in this clip. In Rand's view, you are not a blood-sucking leech or parasite or scumbag just for taking Social Security or Medicare. It depends on what your attitude toward it is. If you think you have a right to live off of others without ever contributing anything in return, if you think others exist solely to serve you as your beasts of burden, that's when you're a blood-sucking leech or parasite or scumbag. But if you view government assistance, as Ayn Rand did, as restitution for harm that the government has caused you, for instance, by coercively taking your income through taxation, then taking government assistance is completely moral and completely consistent with her philosophy. I made some of these points to Sam 10 years later, in 2021, when I called into his show to discuss Ayn Rand.
Did it bum you out when you found out that she took Social Security?
No, actually, I recently produced a video about that, which I'm going to be releasing soon on my YouTube channel, which deals with the that smear of her that she was a hypocrite for taking money back that was looted from her through this program. And she actually discussed it herself in her article, The Question of Scholarships, which is available free on the internet. So there's no problem at all. It's perfectly consistent with her principles of non-coercion.
I see. Okay. She was just retrieving her property, as it were.
Exactly.
In one of my later calls to Sam in 2023, Social Security came up again.
Okay. Is it a fact that Ayn Rand took Social Security?
Yes, and it's a fact she paid into it.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. Did
I answered your question?
Well, of course she had to pay into it. That's the definition of Social Security.
Well, she was forced to. So what is?
Oh, guess what? Everybody who pays into Social Security is forced to. So yes, she took Social Security.
She was forced to benefit from it.
Was she forced?
Yeah.
Was she forced to take it?
No, but she had every right to.
Well, absolutely she did, and I applaud her for engaging in Social Security.
Her rights under the welfare state. Good job, Ayn.
In these clips from my calls, it seemed to me that Sam likely regarded Ayn Rand's receipt of Social Security payments as hypocritical. But in my next call, in May of 2024, when I confronted him about it, Sam denied that it was hypocritical for Rand to accept Social Security.
Okay, so you take issue with me bringing up Ayn Rand being on Social Security because I said it was hypocritical, and you think it's not hypocritical because this is the system that you're dealt with, and she paid into it, presumably, because you need to, because it's taxation. And so why shouldn't she take it? Is that the point?
Yeah, basically, you didn't say she was hypocritical, but I got the sense that was likely your view.
Oh,
and
no,
I mean,
actually, no, I agree with you. Like, like people say, like, hey, if you want to have higher taxes, why don't you just pay more in taxes? And I'm like, no, that's not the point of taxes. Taxes are for everybody to pay in. They're supposed to be a policy. And I don't think you're hypocritical if you take Social Security, even though you have been arguing against government programs like Social Security. I mean, it's possible, and I, will cop to not having read Ayn Rand since I was much, much, much younger.
You're good.
But it's possible that she, had broader sort of like feelings about what it does to you to take money from the government that maybe I would find to be hypocritical, but I would have been surprised if I had talked about it being hypocrisy.
Sam says he would have been surprised if he had talked about it being hypocrisy. And it's true that he didn't say it was hypocrisy in my calls, at least not explicitly. But maybe he forgot what he said in 2011. Recall these clips.
Is this the pinnacle of hypocrisy? Taking this stuff is also completely contrary to her objectivist philosophy. You are a scumbag if you take government help unless it's Medicare and Social Security for me.
Now that certainly sounds like a charge of hypocrisy. So what happened? Did Sam smear Ayn Rand as hypocritical in 2011 and then later change his mind when I confronted him about it? If so, should he now apologize for having smeared her? I'd be interested to talk with Sam about this, and I've been calling his show recently to discuss it, but I haven't gotten through yet. Maybe I'll get through at some point in the future. Or maybe if a lot of people share this video with him, he'll discuss it on his show. If you want to learn more about Rand's view of receiving government assistance, see her article, The Question of Scholarships, which is linked in the description, along with some other related content. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing, liking, etc. if you want to help my channel grow. See you in my next video.